Welcome back to Bonjour Cuisine. Welcome back, y'all. This is Natasha with Bonjour Cuisine. This is a godly wisdom podcast. You are tuning in. Today I'm back here with another video concerning relationships and marriage. This video here is based on a response that I received from one of my viewers. I love when you guys comment, by the way. I love it. As long as you're being respectful, I appreciate your different point of view. Of course, you don't have to agree with me, but we can disagree respectfully. All right. So this person here says, if women, especially Black women, understood marriage, only men benefit. Most married women are indentured slaves and miserable. Is marriage slavery, like some of you are thinking? I would say yes. For some of you, I can understand where you're coming from. If your point of view about marriage is slavery, I can understand. I'm not saying you're wrong because your situation may be different, but I would go a little bit further to say that you can say marriage in general is slavery. There are certain type of marriages out there. You can say that it is slavery. Now, when I'm coming on here as usual, I don't want to come with my own wisdom. I'm coming with godly wisdom. And who created marriage in the first place? I've heard people say marriage was created by white folks. Let's settle this once and for all, that marriage was created by God. And anything God created is for pleasure, it's for enjoyment, not for torture. But of course, we have an enemy, the devil. Of course, he's going to pervert everything. Like sex is supposed to be good, but guess what? The devil perverted sex to the point that even married couple feel a little bit insecure in the bedroom. They feel a little bit they feel a little bit dirty, and it does something in their psyche that they think, oh my gosh, I can't really freely express myself in the bedroom because sex has become perverted. Now, let's settle this once and for all. Marriage is good because God created it. Now, for those of you who believe marriage is slavery, I'm not going to say you're wrong. If you are pushed into marriage, it's slavery. If you are marrying someone because this person is looking for some type of benefits, to use you, to abuse you, or vice versa. If you're looking to take advantage of this person, you don't truly love this person, and you want certain benefit. Maybe it's money, maybe it's social rank, whatever it is. If you're marrying someone for these type of reasons, I can tell you that you're entering in some type of slavery. Because I'm a chef, I can give you my point of view of how I see marriage. Marriage to me is like cooking. Like you're in the kitchen and you're trying to prepare something delicious. Whatever ingredients that you throw in the recipe, it's what it's going to taste like. To me, marriage is whatever that you make it. If you're going to throw love, patience, kindness, gentleness, you're going to throw all of these goodness into your marriage, at the end of the day, this is what you're going to get. Now, if you're going to throw anger, torture, abuse, cheating, manipulation, and all these crazy stuff, this is what you're going to get. Now, for those of you who say, oh, men mostly benefit from marriage, maybe potentially you are married with a little boy. I mean, if you're going to marry someone who is not responsible, someone who's not acting like a man, most likely you're going to see that marriage is slavery, because the Bible says he who finds a wife finds a good thing. Let's just think about this. If he's going to find a wife, then that means he has husband quality. He's not a little boy. Now, some of you are marrying men who are not ready. They expect for you to be their moms. And how do you know you're marrying a little boy? If he is expecting you to pay all the bills, to cook, to clean, I mean, pretty much telling him what to do every day, every night, you feel like you have a little kid in your hand. You are marrying a boy. But if you marry a husband, honey, marriage is beautiful because a husband knows how to treat his woman. I'm going to highlight this. Husband, not a boy. Not a boy, a husband. He knows how to treat his wife like the queen that she is. And vice versa. You see here in the verse, it says, he who finds a wife. And as a man, you know that you're marrying a little girl. That means you're going to be, treating her like daddy's little girl. That means you're going to have to pamper her all the time. She doesn't want to work. She doesn't want to cook. She doesn't want to clean. She doesn't want to take care of the kids. She wants you to treat her like your own daughter. You marry a little girl. You don't marry a wife. A wife understands that she is your partner. She has to work. She has to take care of the kids. She has to do what's needed for the house. I mean, if you are a stay-at-home mom, you should be able to handle the affairs of your husband. You should understand if he brings home $80,000, you should have some quality on how to make this even larger. And a lot of you are complaining that marriage is slavery. It's because you are lazy, because you don't want to take responsibility of a wife. You just want to show that you have a ring on. But girl, when you have this ring in your finger, it comes with responsibility. That means you have to be able to behave like a wife. And by that, I mean, let me bring you to Proverbs 31. A wife of noble character, who can find? She is worth far more than rubies. Her husband has full confidence in her and lacks nothing of value. Now, just right here, listen. Your husband has confidence in you. What does that mean? Your husband can trust that if anything happens, he knows that you can handle it. He has confidence in you, honey. This is not slavery. This is what a woman, being a wife. She brings him good all the days of her life. Listen to that. She selects wool and flax and works with eager hands. She works with eager hands. For those of you who are married and you're like, oh, my husband should be paying for everything. He should be paying all the bills. I don't want to have to lift a finger. The Bible here says that this noble woman, this wife of noble character, honey, she's working. She's not crossing her legs, doing her nails and making sure her weaves are tight and her eyelashes are done and her nails are done. Nothing wrong with that. But honey, you better be able to, handle the affairs of the family. You better make sure that things are on point before you can think about yourself, because now you're just acting like a selfish little girl. Now listen to this. Verse 14 says, she is like the merchant ships, bringing her food from afar. She gets up while it's still night. She provides food for her family. Now, for those of you who are saying, oh, my husband should be providing everything. This woman of noble character, honey, she's not leaving everything to her husband. She's getting up and go to work. She's taking care of business as well. And this is why the family can prosper. All right. She's not a burden on her husband. All right. This is not the definition of slavery right there. She considers a field and buys it. Listen, this woman, she's in the field. She's in real estate. She's doing, listen, this woman is a woman of value, baby. She's in real estate. She is in commerce. She's doing a lot. And this is why I take advice from this woman right there. Honey, I have different sets of skills. You might think it's not smart, but honey, if all you know is to be a nurse, and then now you can't be a nurse anymore, what's going to happen? Maybe you can write a book on how to be a good nurse. Maybe you can give a course. Maybe you can open a school. This woman, this is what she's doing. She is so intelligent that she's not sticking with one field. She is in commerce. She's in real estate. She's in a lot of things. All right. She's handling business. If this is what you women are complaining about, that marriage is slavery, baby, marriage is not for you. Because marriage is work. A lot of you don't want to do the work. You just want to have the diamond ring to say, I'm married. Not only she's taking care of business in the natural, she's taking care of business in the spiritual as well. She is generous. She's a generous woman. Verse 20 says, she opens her arm to the poor and extends her hand to the needy. So not only in the natural, baby, she's handling God's business. All right. This woman, she's in ministry too, right there. This is ministry. She's handling business for God. All right. I'm just saying, this is how I understand this right there. Ladies, if you are interested in getting married and you want to know what marriage is all about, your responsibilities, this woman right here, she's not acting like a little girl. And if you saying marriage is slavery because you don't want responsibilities, honey, you should still be at your parents' house. All right. You should still have your mommy and daddy to take care of you, and vice versa. If a man still want his wife to be cleaning, cooking, and doing all the chores and paying all the bills, honey, you are a boy. You should still be at your parents' house, pretty much. The Bible also talk about men how husband should be. Colossians 3:19 says, husbands, love your wives and do not be harsh with them. It's easy to be submissive when your husband treats you like the queen that you are. Submission becomes a problem when you marry someone who doesn't even treat you right. And then he's going to ask you to be submissive. You're going to be, heck no. You treating me like dirt and you asking me to be submissive. 1 Peter 3:7, it says, likewise, husband, live with your wives in an understanding way, showing honor to the woman as the weaker vessel, since they are heirs with you of the grace of life, so your prayers may not be hindered. So for those of you husbands who are not treating your wives the way you should, you don't even need to pray because heaven's door is shut down on you, honey. God is not going to answer your prayer because that's what it says. If you don't treat your wife the way you should treat her, your prayers are hindered. So for those of you who think marriage is la la land and you think you can just walk in it and you want to do whatever you want, still live your life as if you were single, marriage is not for you, honey. Just stay single. If you think you're going to go into marriage because you think you can get out whenever you feel like it because you can just go to the court and get a divorce, well, listen to what God says about divorce. The one who created marriage, this is what he says. Malachi 2:16, for I hate divorce, says the Lord. I hate divorce. God, the God of love, he said he hates divorce. So you want to do something that God hates? Go for it. You tell me later how it's like. Because if God says he hates something, that means there are consequences that come with it if you do it. So, and I'm going to tell you right now, you should not feel pressured to get into marriage because marriage is not like a walk in the park. It's work. You understand that? Marriage is for adults. It's not for kids. It's not thinking that you're going to go into it to have somebody pamper you and have a roof over your head and, make sure your nails are done or make sure your food is always prepared while you're playing video games and things like that. You don't want to take responsibilities. Marriage is not for you, honey. There are ups and downs. There are days you're going to go to the restaurant, the high-end restaurants, and eat a nice meal, fancy meal. Just the same way there are days you're going to have to, rub pennies together and see if you can find a piece of bread to eat. There are days you're gonna, be on a nice vacation, enjoying the sunny beaches. But there are days you're gonna find yourself in the hospital room crying for God to help. It's life, honey. This is why you say for better or for worse. This is the vow, but nowadays people don't want to respect that vow. But anyways, this is Natasha with Bonjour Cuisine. I come here with the truth, whether you like it or not. I'm just a messenger, y'all. And I hope you enjoyed this video on the Godly Wisdom Podcast. So stay tuned for more videos right here on Bonjour Cuisine. Bye.